For the first quarter of the film, I would not have had her say a single thing. Well, you got to think about what were the main objectives of this film and was it successful? So one of the main focuses of this film was to establish Brie Larson and Captain Marvel as the new leader of the MCU franchise. Okay, she was going to be the Captain America, she was going to be the Tony Stark. This was one of the main things that they wanted to do with this character. And so did we get that? No, not really. Very quickly we saw a lot of backlash towards the character of Captain Marvel. And when you look at where the franchise is going now and what happened with the other films, she's a bit of an afterthought. And this is not because it was Brie Larson. Brie Larson is a fantastic actor. And it's not because of misogyny or anything like that. I mean, I'm not saying those things don't contribute to the films, and I'm not saying it's not out there. But I want to think more about the character and the way the character was portrayed. They could have done more to establish the character in a more interesting way. Still hit those narratives, those sub-narratives of female empowerment, but also trying to establish the character as the new leader of the MCU. But they needed to do more of the character. So what kind of things could they have done? So the first one might seem controversial when I say it, but when I explain, you will understand what I mean. For the first quarter of the film, I would not have had her say a single thing. I would have made her be mute for the first quarter of the film. This could be a result of the accident that gave her her powers. Maybe she's never spoken from then. Now, when they capture her and they probe her mind, that could have then triggered her voice. That could have triggered her to kind of be able to talk. And then when she screams at one of the scrolls, it's a really silly scene when she screams at one of the scrolls. That would have been the first time she's made a sound in all her time being there. And so she could have been like, oh, kind of moment, like, oh my God, I made a sound. Oh, I can talk. Do you see what I mean? So this could have been an interesting development for the character, but instead we didn't really get anything. The first time she would have said anything was in the car when she's with Nick Fury. This would have showed that they've built up a friendship. It would show her gaining confidence and things like this. In terms of the sub-narrative, this would connote to the whole idea of women not having a voice in society, not having a voice in the film industry. And then when she trusts Nick Fury, she then gains this voice. This would have been so interesting as a character development and as a character tool. I just think it was a huge missed opportunity. Instead, we got a character whose character was just consistent throughout. There was no real discovery of any sorts. Yes, there was the moment when she was falling and then all of a sudden she could fly. But throughout the whole film, we never thought she was actually in danger. We were just kind of, lukewarm. Just like, okay, there's a powerful character. She's very powerful and stuff like that. And yeah, this is why I label this as a character assassination, because I just feel like they could have done so much more to make this character interesting.